All righty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Lorcana Lost Chapters, episode 3. We are your hosts again, Chad Lavola. We have Dalco Phipps, and we have a special guest with us in the building.
Yeah.
Welcome. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Brandon Cruz, the man
Ooh.
behind the tech, the thumbnails coming up.
The man, the myth, the legend. He actually is real. He's the guy behind the scenes that makes all the stuff happen with cool special effects that will be coming hopefully to a video near you. But welcome. We are here to discuss quite a bit. We ended up going to DLC Richmond, and we have competitor badges. Yay! Yay!
I don't have mine, but this is proof.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yes.
Even better proof.
Definitely got some stuff, which was actually pretty awesome. The event was amazing. We unfortunately did not make day 2. Womp womp. Round 8 for me. Was dead in the water against Blue Green, so that was a little rough. What did you guys end up taking to Richmond?
You know, we the boys.
Blue steel, baby.
We were cooking up the night before. He got me changed like 8, 9 cards out my deck list. I was like, this aerial is going crazy. He's blowing up everybody's board. So I switched to an aerial build. And he did that. I'll tell you that.
I think we were all, again, going up to this event, it was definitely thinking about playing for Purple Steel. Blue Steel just absolutely just dog waters. Purple Steel and Red Purple. So that was something that we were definitely thinking of. I was very close to switching as well, and we chose dogs. Which was the right deck. I feel like I still should have just played. It was just unfortunate for my round 8 opponent. Mr. Chris Abernathy spanked me.
I thought his name was Mr. John Silver.
Oh, well, he had 4 John Silvers. That's very hard to beat, I will say. That was pretty wild out of 13 cards, and that was played. But what can you do? It was not my day. It was not my day. But how did the deck perform for you guys?
Good until it wasn't good.
What do you mean?
Ramp is needed. Ramp is definitely needed.
No
and turn
bueno.
4, Cindy is also pretty needed. But if you get both, it's pretty free.
You definitely started up pretty hot too. I think you started off like 4-0.
Yeah. So I wasn't. Happens.
Oh man, it was a great event. I loved it, honestly. We got to see everybody, which was super cool. Brandon, I think you got to do most of the picture taking, which was awesome. You got to see who'd you all get pictures with?
I got a picture with Villain. I got a picture with Lorcana Goons. I got a picture with Mo. I got a card signed by Mo.
Ooh, and not just any card.
His card.
His card.
Yeah. Pretty cool.
No, pretty awesome actually, to tell you the truth. We all, again, got some prize support from the prize walls. We got the Pegasus, we got the Mulans. That was pretty cool. Again, didn't make day 2, unfortunately. Didn't have time to get any of the side events in for Saturday. But Sunday, when we came in, super heavy about playing Legacy. Unfortunately, we did not end up playing it. We were tight on time, weren't able to stay the whole time. But I heard great things. A lot of people played Legacy. A lot of Amber Steel. A lot of Blue Steel items.
For the non-magic players.
It's always in my head on the... I just always say Legacy, man. It's so hard. I can never let that game go, to tell you the truth. It's just so rough. Infinity. I'm so sorry. Infinity.
But we did do a cool side event on Saturday.
We did. We did trios.
It was perfect. Trios.
And inside the trios, the way that it worked was you had 3v3s, best 2 out of 3s, played the matches at the same time. It was 4 tickets, but the little niche in there was everybody had to play all of the colors. So, which it sounded great at the time until we sat down in our first match. We found out that everybody was doing the same exact thing. The colors were green, yellow dogs, blue, steel, and red, purple. And the best part about it all was you didn't know who you were going against. And the
It was
whole
awesome.
I sat down at the middle. Guess what? The first round, Dalco gets the dogs. He's playing red purple. He gets to eat it up. I'm playing dogs. I get to go against none other than red purple. We got destroyed. I mean, it was not fun. But my team carried me. That was very nice. Brandon got to play the blue steel mirror match pretty much the whole time, which probably was the most uneventful matches the whole time. Pretty much just stare at each other, blow something up, pass the turn. They just kind of look at you. They blow something back up. It's just who runs out of steam first. But yeah, I lost almost every single one of mine. That was not fun. I had one game where it was pretty tight. I pulled out game 1, lost game 2. Game 3, I got the shift tramp out, and man, it was looking so super sweet. I mean, I was gaining cards. And then he drew Demona, and then the game was just absolute. Like he was gentle, you know. He was nice about the L he gave me. So that was actually pretty nice.
I was not. I went against dogs all 3 rounds, and let me tell you,
The dream.
2 O's just across the board.
But all in all, great event. Congratulations to Mr. James Gray pulling out, and not just himself, but Sky as well being in the finals. Blue-green mirror match.
Mirror match.
The mirror match. Not just any mirror match, but it's this card right here up top, man. Oh,
MVP of the day.
All you had to do was what, Brandon?
Just play Tipo Pass.
Oh man, it was looking kind of crazy too, getting 2-0 and then just coming back to 2-2, almost reverse sweep it. I mean, it was a wild finals, but
Great finals to watch. You know, as a spectator, awesome to watch.
it was. It truly was. And now now it comes down because I mean, I feel like the amount of events that have happened throughout, you know. You're talking about Milwaukee, you're talking about even Orlando, even the smaller amount of tournaments. Purple Steel's always just been brought up. Blue-green beats Purple Steel, but never took home the tournament, which is just kind of crazy when you think about it. But this one, I mean, I'm glad to be able to finally say that Blue-green is an absolute contender, and the fact that the deck is just really good. The pilots, if they're good, again, high rolling out. It's just amazing. And speaking of blue-green as well, we did have one of our locals top, which was top 32. He got his invite. Congratulations to Mr. Sam out there, Mr. Cheeto, Chester Cheeto kid. Kind of crazy too. It sucks if you saw Samuel in the top 16, top 30, or top 32 pictures. He was Samuel. He was the one that could not be shown on stream. He's actually underaged. And that was actually one of the reasons, which kind of sucks.
I agree.
But now, like, it's kind of cool though too, because now you got this like mysterious. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And once he
Mystery
turns
child.
18, he can revel himself. Like I'm
him. I'm the guy. It's been me the whole time. You know, like that. That's a pretty cool. That's super cool. I'm again super. Congratulations to him. Super proud of him. Definitely bringing it home for North Carolina too. That's awesome. And again, he got his invite. He got his Simba and Elsa promos. Absolutely holding it down for North Carolina. So that is fantastic. I'm trying to think of other people that we knew that top 32'd, other than of course some of the ones that we definitely
I
know.
Jacksonville local, but I don't really know him that well. I just see him when I travel down for set champs. But congratulations to him.
What was he on?
I believe he was on Purple Steel.
Okay. Very good. I definitely was hoping that Dogs was taking this. Whenever we were looking at the matchups for the top 16 cut, I could have sworn. I mean, I would have bet almost all of my money, like literally, all the money in me pocket, that they would have taken it, because I think it was only two purple steals that we were counting, if not 3, I think,
Yep.
that actually
3
got
purple
in.
steel.
And then they all got knocked out, and it was like 1 in top 8, and you still had like the dog player alive. So I was like, oh my gosh, this guy is just pretty much getting the matchups for blue green into Blurple as well. This is just, I mean, this just might be his tournament to take, and that's again. In that scenario, it just on paper it just looks so good. Unfortunately, I don't know what the bracket laid out from there. Couldn't give you that information, but unfortunately, he did not. He didn't do so well. Wasn't able to take it home. But nonetheless, blue green. We'd like to see it with the TPO.
Has to be the number 1 deck.
Absolutely. Most high rolls too. Again, if you just get the curve, I just feel like it's absolutely crazy. The only thing I think is where it comes down to like the techiness, aside from of course like the finals where there's only 1 card difference. But you could just tech in different cards. I mean, we even got to see people putting into shift Jasmines, which was crazy. I just think of the mirror match as being a problem whenever. And actually, Sam said it best when he was playing. He lost his top 32 to a mirror, and it was just a staring match. He was like, we stared at each other until one of us could actually do something, and I think that just kind of goes the way it was, and again, like we saw the finals as well. But
I think the Shift Jasmine line is super underrated.
Oh man,
I
I want to know if that guy. I want to know if he was doing that throughout the whole tournament. I don't know if anyone else had caught that. What he was doing is he was playing Jasmine after he quested with it, shifted to Jasmine, bounced everything back, and then put it back into his hand. I'm just saying, if that guy was doing that throughout the whole tournament, of course that guy was doing great. I mean, like that card would be a $50 card after this tournament if that was the actual case. I don't know. It's very questionable, but it did happen to R&B on stream. We watched it. It was called. I'm just saying, how many times did he do that? You know what I mean? It's kind of it's very questionable. But speaking of cheaters,
We got the T. Oh, here we go.
Questing with Clarabelle.
Yeah, get some more
Spooky,
points
spooky.
up there.
A dog player.
Quincy.
nonetheless.
Big one.
big spooky sight,
Right, let's get all of those characters.
puts it in the inkwell.
Please.
Be gone, doggies. Get
Whoa! What is that? What is he grabbing?
I didn't even realize you could see the Ursula until this
Ooh.
replay.
What is that? Hold on.
home.
And I really like
Watch
What?
it back. I think what you need to focus on now is the
spooky side
things
as
that were on the
opposed to a
board
card like
and where they go to, because they should all go to the inkwell.
Let's run that back for me, Jeffrey.
Questing with Clarabelle.
Yeah,
going
get some more
5 lore.
points
So
up
the card
there.
next to Mowgli.
So
is
this
the
one, this one right here, this card right there is in the inkwell. 1 card in hand.
He does know spooky sight is in
Let's
hand
get
as well.
all of those characters
He
So
did
this
see it
placement-
previously.
Be gone,
Yep, he,
doggies. Get
Mowgli'd it.
home.
And
And I
he
really like
slides it.
spooky
Boom,
sight
right there. The
as
cheat
opposed
has
to
happened.
you guys are here
Mm.
because
Two cards in
dogs
hand when it
doesn't
should have
have
been
a
one.
chance.
1 card. Ooh, very questionable. All I'm saying is this was actually super unfortunate. If you did not know what had happened throughout the tournament, Jake Quincy played Drew Graham, and 1-1, as you can see. This was in game 3. This guy had a very rough start on dogs, was looking through his hand. Quincy was just pretty much just carving out his whole hand, controlling out the board, and he started getting quite a bit on the lore gain for Drew. And he sees his hand again, sees Spooky Sight, had the big lady previously to be able to get a couple of things back, and this was huge because it gave him an additional card on the field to be able to put pressure throughout this whole, like, I mean, this was a game swing right here. He was able to play the Lady Ink, play another Ursula, play another card. Totally changed the swing of the game. Drew won the game. The judges went back, rewatched this, investigated it, and DQ'd this guy. Which I think...
But he's not going to win.
I think it absolutely should have happened that way. 100%. I think, like, this guy blatantly cheated. He saw the card. He looked at the card, put it in his hand, drew a card. He knows that. And what kills me the most is you do it on stream.
Yeah.
You do it on stream, and even if you, like, notice you messed up, right then and there, my bad, dude. this is not supposed to be in my hand. Like, how do you
I'll
not?
judge.
You know what I mean? Again, this is an easy fix. Put the card back down in the inkwell. You got 2 cards. We have the stream to back it up on that was the specific card, so we know he's not swapping out a card. Absolutely not. That's not what we did. We said, you're saying there's a chance. We're going to take this one home. Crazy. Could not believe it. Definitely glad that this guy got DQ'd. I think that these are the things that need to happen in these big tournaments to pretty much stop people from freaking cheating, man. You got to have some sort of requirement, a rule, an example, if you will. You need to start making examples for people. And Drew, shame on you. Shame on you, my friend.
I think a good learning point for this whole situation is for any newer players or just anytime you're in a bigger competitive event, always ask cards in hand. Normally throughout the turns as it goes on. If you lose track, make sure you're asking your opponent cards in hand before you resolve anything where an accident like this could happen, whether it was malicious or not.
Yeah, I mean, again, shame on you, Drew. You played dogs. You're putting it on the bad name. It's already, it's. I can't even believe this guy, man. I mean, literally. The worst thing you could do from that point is draw 4 John Silvers. You know what I mean?
Only thing that's worse.
I mean, oh man. But yeah, Drew, shame on you, brother. Shame. Absolutely shame. But the cool part about this tournament is now we get to talk about the numbers of DLC Richmond. Most of the people were talking about the numbers coming in. Of course, the most deck that was represented, Purple Steel. I think the plan was actually what we wanted the whole time. Bringing blue steel, if you add the 24.5% with the 8.6%, you have a great chance of playing. The question is how many purple steels did you guys play?
2.
Good. I played 1. I played green the rest of the day.
You know, it's so crazy is looking at everybody's actual like meta reports for like day 1. When I was looking at everyone's, it's like purple, and I'm sitting here like, man, we did this absolutely right, man. There's purple all around you guys, and unfortunately, you guys did not play as many purples as we actually planned to execute. You know, so definitely was. I'm just gonna say it's a fluke on this one. The numbers were there. The next deck that was represented was Blurple. So that's where I guess I think the are you guys surprised that it was the next leading deck?
No, I think
A little bit.
I actually am.
Yeah,
I was saying a little bit on the DKP thing. I thought it was gonna be a little higher. Just him having his class that always boosts percentage like rates for any deck. And also the same logic of bringing a deck to be purple steel is another deck to be purple steel while also just being consistent as well. Outside of missing ramp, even if you miss ramp, you still have a turn 3 play. It's just like probably second most consistent deck next to purple steel too.
Definitely do agree. I was actually surprised that it was the next leading. I actually thought that blue-green was going to be way higher in this. I thought the numbers would have been swapped just because blue-green also has a great matchup into purple steel as well. But you did bring up a good point.
I was just going to say, I think Blurple was going to be the second most deck. I think blue-green is more of a fringe and requires better operators, whereas Blurple was played heavily last set, and people still have the cards, and they think they still have that really great matchup in the purple steel. And I think it's definitely more of a 50-50 now. Play-draw disparity for sure.
When you talk about 50-50, are you talking about getting 3 Strength of a Raging Fires in your hand in game 1? And, I'm just saying, I don't know if anyone else watched that match, but holy guacamole. That was
that top 16?
That was top...
Was.
No, that was not.
It's top 8?
That was top 8. Yes.
Yeah. 3 strengths is pretty good.
Another thing to talk about is the amount of dogs that was actually represented. I think that this number was highly lower than what everybody was just blowing up the scene of people that were just going to be taking dogs. Now, 9.6% on 2,048 players is still a lot.
Yes.
But also it is with the amount of bodies. But ultimately in the sea of amount of people that were at this event, it still is pretty low. Again, being right next to 8.6% of the red purple. So the numbers were pretty surprising to me. I thought that a lot more people were going to be bringing blue steel than also the 8.2. I thought it was going to be way more on the 10%, around 11%. Again, going in thinking about the purple steel matchup, you still have somewhat of a good matchup against dogs. I won't say like it's a great matchup against dogs. I'm just saying if you're on the play and you do play Spooky Sight, it's a pretty good matchup. You know, you can get there. Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Another thing I want to talk about is actually one of our guys, Rodrigo, Mr. Turbo Stomp himself. He actually took Amber Steel and he sat down right next to me as an Amber Steel player, mopping him up. Round 8-1, made day 2 with Amber Steel. Are we surprised that that deck got people pretty dang far?
No, not at all, really.
I guess with 25% purple steel, a little.
I am
surprised,
super
but
surprised.
It just depends on his matchups. If he got that 34% blue on the chart, I mean, hey.
Yeah, I mean, purple steel is a hard matchup, and then red purple, I feel like also just a horrible matchup.
Aurora Tiana is still super good. And if you're playing Pete's and you're able to hold on to the Pete's for the blue-green, I feel like it does get a little crazy. Now, again, you still have your welcomes to be able to deal with certain things prior to the setting up the combo, but I still think that it might not be enough. I was just super surprised, though. I mean, people bringing this to this event and just doing well with it. I mean, what was your first round, Dalco?
My first round was actually Amber Steel. Great lady. I'm on blue steel. She full mulligan 7. I'm like, okay, it's a blue mirror match. Here we go. Then she went Daisy, pass, quest with Daisy, drop 2 more daisies. I said, okay, great. Here we go.
Buckle up. It is just a crazy. I mean, again, just being able to bring it to this, and truthfully, I would have like. On paper, it just surprises me. It just truly does in these numbers for day 1. But moving over to day 2, total flip-flop. Blurple overtakes Purple Steel as the number 1 represented deck.
Conversion rate great for day 2
yes.
for Blurple players.
Yes, absolutely. Especially what was there. I mean, DKP definitely showed us against Zayn that, that masterclass, man. This dude's Basil for game 3. Peak moment on the bait and switch for him questing with the Rafiki to bait him with the Basil. He said, absolutely not. I'm not going to take it. And that Basil put in so much work. I mean, that one play completely changed the game. That Basil boosted the Genies, the Elsas. I mean, it was outrageous how that one play created such a momentum swing in that game. It was very impressive. Very, very, very impressive. Amazing to watch, truthfully. Moving down again, blue-green, 20%.
Keeps getting bigger.
Yep. The dogs, I love to see it, truthfully. And then we get into these crazier numbers. 1.1% on the Amber Steel.
Still not a good conversion rate.
No. But can we talk about the fact that the blue-yellow actually made day 2?
That man was popping off.
He was going crazy.
The one guy I watched play it, he was popping off. Highly recommend looking into the deck list on Inkdex and seeing that guy's build, because I think you will be seeing it more and more.
Absolutely. Again, it was super fun to watch. Like, wow. Again, and to me, those are the things that sometimes actually squeeze in the wins. It's the matches that you're not necessarily prepared for. You might have made one misplay, and it costs you game 1. And then going into game 2, it's like, it's a fight. You're able to get it back. But then they're on the play on game 3, and then the deck does whatever it's supposed to do and just takes the win. And again, sometimes that's all you just need in these big events, is just to be able to outplay or just get necessarily like the luck, if you will, against who you're playing. If they know the match, if they don't, if they make one misplay, again, that's just what costs you. But congratulations all the way around. Definitely a beautiful, beautiful tournament. Had a great time. I loved the numbers. And again, congratulations to Blue Green to be able to win it, as well as James Gray and Sky for the finals. But moving on, we have
Look at the deck list.
we have the deck lists. We do have the deck lists right here. Mr. James Gray. We definitely already looked at this previously throughout All Over X. Again, pretty, to me, I would say standard-ish. The only thing that's different is, again, the no Hades list, which I actually ultimately do like more. I think you can do a lot more with the Basil and the control of the fact of sending something back into the hand to be able to combo with the Clarabelle. And then, again, whenever he's swinging in or questing in, he's being able to, again, control you again by discarding a card, which sometimes is very, very crucial. The improvises to deal with the Purple Steel matchup. Illusions, absolutely. Nothing really super crazy in my opinion on this one. Same thing with Sky's List, same scenario. Nothing super crazy again if you just look for the one card difference. But
I think he plays one more improvised.
I think this is the card though, truthfully. Like this is the card right here. Like that. That's the card. That is the card right there. Unfortunate, man. You will have memes now made for you. But this guy took it all the way up to top 4 with Purple Steel, and I'm just not a fan, man, again. But congratulations, I'm not bashing on it. It's just the fact that, again, the deck is just the most consistent deck. And the coolest part about it is this deck is, if I'm looking correctly, this looks very, very close to someone's list that I think we showed last episode. We got the Yzmas.
List is about 3 to 4 cards off. I think the biggest one would be that we both ran the 2 Yzmas in our Purple Steel list. I think it's just a great out to keep the hand going if you can't get to the
gas.
Demona. Yeah, because sometimes after you sing that strength, if you don't have immediate card draw and you can drop this on 4, if they're not a blue deck, then they can't really answer it efficiently.
I mean, even when we were watching him on the feature, again, when he pretty much got under the seed against the Dogs, again, if he didn't play
Genie.
If he didn't play Genie and just played the Elsa or the Yzma, totally different game. I mean, he still
100%.
lost. The dog still lost. I mean, what can I say? You know, it's a bad matchup. But it would have just been a lot more of a brutal beating if he played the Yzma.
I say we look at this spicy deck here.
Oh yeah, my king.
This is.
Go and take this one for us, Brandon.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
is this the item version?
Yeah, this
Oh,
is the
it
burn
is.
one.
Okay. One of my really good friends has been running this deck, and he topped 8 our set champs recently with this, and he fell in love with it.
Every time I ever see this deck, all I can think about is from PPG Orlando, and all I hear from everybody is $12 deck, $12 deck. It's a $12 deck.
It's true.
It is. It absolutely is true. Again, it does what it needs to do, and the matchups. The only thing that just kind of always just it is questionable is I would love to see what he really and truly played through day 1. I don't think he played against any Dogs. I think Dogs is something that you fear for your life if you see this.
Even
Purple
Amber
Steel. Yeah, Amber Steel. Purple Steel I can see getting to the point where this could actually be a very grindy match because you truthfully just don't care. You're just playing things and just gaining lore. This card's never dying unless you're actually strengthening or Zeusing it. And he's just going to pretty much just get you this Inkcaster online. I mean, just filtering and questing and putting it back into your hand and being able to play a card and just, again, continuously just use this as the engine in a sense.
I think it's good to note, though, that we were talking about earlier, we played Blue Steel for the good Purple Steel matchup. If his isn't a bad Purple Steel matchup and he's great against the blue decks, his matchup spread's very good.
Oh, absolutely, especially with the numbers. 100%. Definitely do feel you on that
one. If you're worried about the 10% deck in red-purple, I mean, that's a good matchup spread.
No, again, and I don't knock anybody on doing that because, again, me playing the Dogs into this, truthfully, in the sea, it's still a lot of Purple Steel. Again, the game plan was to dodge Purple Steel. And truthfully, it actually did happen. I ran into one purple steel, and of course, it was a 2-1, and I lost. And it just sucks whenever they just go 1, 2, 3, play Genie strength, especially when he has another strength, and then he Zeus's, and then drew the other strength. It is again. It's very rough. It's extremely rough. But the lantern decks that didn't play the combo. I mean, we saw a lot of people playing this, actually. It was a lot more than I had anticipated that were going to be there. I thought they would have played the combo. R&B was on it. I think that this deck...
Do you think these decks suffered at all due to the item hate for all the other decks? Do you think that came into play quite a bit, taking out their lanterns?
Honestly, I want to say it truthfully. Watching a couple of the matches, I don't even think it necessarily bothered them as much. I think when Lantern comes out, after turn 3, turn 4, you've got the use out of it to get you where you want to be, which is ahead at first, and then you kind of take control from there. You kind of like slow it down. I'm not saying that again. If you open up with the lanterns and you take them out, that it does not hurt the deck. But I mean, if you're just already getting down to Demona on turn 4 or 5 because you had the 2 lanterns, it's already done what it needed to do. I don't need it to do it anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
So if you get this lantern off the board on turn 2, like when it's played, I do think it slows it down. Because sometimes they even take off turn 1. I mean, they almost set people up sometimes by not playing something turn 1, playing turn 2 lantern, and then playing their 1-drop. It's great because then you can choose what you want to ink. Maybe if you had the LNW and you didn't want to play it, you drew into the Royal Guard. You weren't forced to slam this down. You still have it on turn 2 after the lantern comes down. Or you can just get both of them out depending on what the matchup is. So it really does depend. But the amount
deck
of
that can run Mowgli is just going to be in a better spot than other decks.
Well,
it really answers that blue-green matchup.
Yeah.
Or it hinders them at least.
I even look at this deck as the deck that actually is even much more beneficial whenever it comes down to playing into the purple-steel matchup.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, his deck eats.
I mean, like the Horseman Strikes alone, the amount of draw that you get from this deck alone, just from all the you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, you got 5 yellow cards. Everything else is straight purple. And on top of it, the yellow cards actually do something very specific. I mean, again, World's Criminal Mastermind gets rid of the Clarabelles and the Prince Phillips.
Goliath.
It gets rid of Goliath. I mean, it just gets rid of the behemoths right now that are just kind of in the format.
That's why the 1-drops are in the deck.
Oh, absolutely. And it gets to a certain point where when the games go longer, the amount of cards that you have on the 1-drops, you just flood the board. And most decks just cannot deal with that unless they do actually have the Under the Sea. But it's just that extra oomph to be able to just that turn 1 just gain like 5 or 6 lore. So very, very, very good. Very good. Using the genies to be able to race them too. But other than that, I didn't really see anything too crazy. Of course, you have Zan's combo. Man, oh man. We had our boy, the world champion, have to take this man out.
That was a great match to watch too.
It was an amazing match. The only thing I didn't necessarily like, and I understand what they did for the PPG or for Richmond on the people at home trying to watch, is they did something different where they did 2 feature matches. They streamed it. They actually said it was live. Was not live. What they did is they lived it at the convention center for other people to watch with their families and things to sit down with. But then what they would do is they'd take the VOD and then they would post it on the actual YouTube channel and where they were streaming, and then they would just × 2 that thing. So you had casters that were just pretty much rewatching what they already saw, just × 2, and they were just spewing what was going on as fast as they possibly could to try and keep up.
Word vomit.
But this was a great game, even with the amount of fast-paced, fast-forward that they did. A lot of things happened in this game. Watching it, I just think that this deck, after game 1 and seeing what had happened, Zane just had to turn cards sideways. I mean, it's just as quickly as I can, just trying to gain lore whenever I can, and hopefully just can't deal with the amount of cards I just keep putting down. which ultimately he just was able to. But definitely always good to watch. Great content. Loved every match, honestly, on the stream. Rounds 1 through 8. There were a couple ones that were just always just blue-green against blue-green. Pretty much the same things. But, again, looking at the numbers, that's exactly what you were going to get throughout this whole thing.
What's also interesting is the blue-green matchup for the finals. About every game that was won was all on the draw.
Oh, yeah.
Besides the final, Fungus won on draw, and then Sky won on draw. Or yeah, on play, and then yeah. It was interesting to see like the difference in disparity in a blue-green deck that can just have like a you're welcome, match your energy. I don't know, it's interesting.
No, actually, absolutely. Again, I think in that matchup it really does matter on who goes first. And again, I remember watching a couple of the mirror matches in Orlando. It was just literally who went first because either A, they were able to bend them out the game, and that was kind of crazy.
Yep.
And if you didn't get bend, it was just the fact that I was able to Clarabelle, you're welcome, you first, which was actually super huge. Card advantage in that matchup, I do think means a lot. So getting the first kind of go at it really means, the upper hand in this. I saw 2 red purples that actually made top 64. Super surprising. Again, would love to see what they had played against.
Amber Seal.
I mean, literally, they had to have something. I just when I look at this deck, I just don't see it doing very well, man. I just don't. Again, if you go against dogs all day, and maybe this was what they did, I'm just not a fan of this deck. Not a fan. 1 through 6, very just play go until I get to 6. Play Demona, tap everything down, or play the Horseman if they happen to tap to turn card sideways and then just blow up your board, and then that's just game from there. So nothing. Ooh,
That's the spice. Did you watch this match with Red Purple on stream?
I did not.
He got the combo off with the
Maui.
the Maui half shark.
Oh, I did not see that.
It was actually an earlier round. Sorry, it was I think it was round 12
Yeah,
or
because
11.
this one wasn't actually playing the Maui's. They were just using the Next Stop Olympus potentially for the Dumbo drawing, which is always good. And just the fact that it just gives you
evasives.
Yeah.
Illusions.
Absolutely. Same as well as they never came back. This card again, I saw a couple of people playing it against the illusions. Very good. But just bad deck to me. Bad deck. But nothing too crazy. I guess the next question comes down to is what are you thinking about on set championships? Now that we are back, this weekend is coming up. We have set championships back on the mind. What are we playing?
That home, boys.
What are we playing, boys? What would you suggest?
My top 3 suggestions would be Purple Steel. I think you need to know the room that you're going into and tech the deck for that. One of my highly recommendations is Pete, if you know you're going to have a lot of purple, blue greens.
Absolutely.
Purple yellow, non-monstro lists. I think it's going to be very consistent to go against those purple steels, which will still be highly numbered at set champs, I imagine. And then if you haven't tried it yet, get some games in on blue green and see if it's your playstyle. It is obviously more than just a high roll deck. We noticed that from the conversion rates, and it's the lists now are more cemented, and I think are definitely more consistent.
So let me ask you a question then. Now that blue green has won, do you think that most people would actually in turn just end up playing the deck?
Yes.
If that were to be the case, what would you end up taking to combat blue green?
Dogs.
Hey, that is a potential. I will say again, knowing what I know now from round 8, if you are playing, I think it's what was Chris's deck? Because I know that he ended up posting it on X, and it was, I want to say it was Wonderlands. I can't tell you. I just know that 4 John Silvers and Basils are just really good and don't even play the Hades. I think I like that version better. We had somebody that went to Richmond, and one of the things that he was worried about was dogs playing blue-green. And one of the things that I recommended was I think talking about what made blue-green so good into the aggro matchups was the fact that you could play a character turn 1, turn 2, Tipo, turn 3, shift Baymax under the sea. So with that logic, Basil. Basil was the play. I definitely thought playing turn 1 Basil, turn 2 Tipo, turn 3 shift Basil, Sing Under the Sea would just shut down, any aggro deck. I think that just literally gives them the cake. Knowing what I know now, don't think that that is as good. Still really good if you get it. Definitely high rolled up. But I just think that that list, no Hades and playing 4 John Silvers back into the deck is very, very good.
You could also commit to the Pete, like we were saying, for if you're expecting a lot of blue greens or people just bandwagon and hop on it. Pete just can turn out that deck for a couple turns. And if you're running the Olaf too, replaying the Pete, it's pretty good.
That is actually pretty good. I didn't think about that one.
Pete and repeat.
Ooh,
There you go.
I see what you
Bring
did
back
there.
Snake.
Yeah, I like that. Go for a 3-peat. Oh, you see what I did there? I like it.
Not bad.
Madam Mim Elephant Bounce plays the Pete again.
7 ink isn't impossible.
Ooh, we're cooking. We're cooking, boys. We're this is oil in this kitchen. Yeah, I really do think that with blue-green winning, if I were a gambling man, I would think a lot of people might actually switch to blue-green. So if I were to give anything, my 2 decks would be definitely dogs. Not because I am the dog player at the moment, but it's just the fact that it does get under. It's just the only thing that just sucks is you always have to think about purple steel, and it is such a grindy game, such a grindy game. With even if you're playing the Chromicons, it just gets to a certain point where it's just such a, very, very harder decisions come into play. I think every card that you ink matters. But what do you think about Blurple into a blue-green? You wouldn't say that that's a good idea either?
It's playable.
Yeah, it's definitely playable. Into the Unknown, I think, is the key card there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they have 2 clean outs. The Prince Philip shift line. Once it's turned sideways, they have Hades and Into the Unknown. Because if you make that card not stick, they're not gonna race you like they kind of want to.
It's very true. I do like it. That is, I think, where it comes down is the question is, since it has
And a lot of people just have a lot of reps on purple too.
Absolutely. And again, shoot, I played a game just today. Blurple it was. And this dude even played second star. And I asked him, people still play that card? That's crazy. It changed the whole matchup.
Draw 5.
Yeah, But all in all, I think that is the one thing that it comes down to playing in set champs. It comes down to what are we going to be playing, what are we going to be taking. Blue-green, definitely liking it. Purple steel
Have a good
and
time.
dogs. Oh,
Alrighty.
oh. Do we lose you? Are you there?
Are we good?
Oh, we're good. Okay. Whew.
Okay.
You scared me for a second there. Well, all right. Do we have any other pointing talks that we can talk about right now other than set champs? What is coming up? One of the things that we had brought up was the next DLC. You know what's crazy about that? Brandon was the one that has brought it up. When is the next DLC?
For Infinity, June, and for Core, nah.
Ain't that
Not in
crazy?
America.
Yeah, which is actually super crazy. So right now we're looking into potentially going to Germany. I think that's the next one on our list. We don't know. We're going to have to look a little bit more into that one. I think that would be a super fun one to be able to go to if you can. It all just depends, again. If you have $1 million, well, then it's no problem.
Yeah.
If you do not have $1
Send
million,
'em.
well, then it is something that you might have to consider a little bit more logically. Will you be playing in the Infinity event in Indiana? Would
If
you
I'm able
go?
to secure a ticket. If I'm able to secure a ticket, there's a high chance that I would go. Yes.
I might do a 10D and be a little side event farmer. I think that's what I would
Nice.
I love
Back rush, baby.
Infinity. To me, is super fun. I mean, we didn't play in the event, but we definitely brought some decks. We definitely tested them out. I had a blast playing mine. I don't know about you guys. I had a blast. I think that my deck was just super fun when it goes off, and when it doesn't, it's like, an auto free win for anybody playing against me.
It's just core if you miss.
Yeah. Oh man, if you were playing Infinity, what are the 3 decks that you think would be the most showing? I got my 3.
Blue Steel,
Okay.
Blue Red,
Yep.
Your
and then Amber Steel.
I would say Amber Steel, absolutely. I think the only ones that come down to the question is if it's going to be Green Steel, and Green Purple Evasives.
All contenders.
I
Anything to get underneath the blue decks.
Yes, I think that most of the people that want to play Infinity will always go down to red, blue, because who doesn't like playing items and drawing cards and playing Haram?
Love it.
And I get to play Be Prepared? Why not? If you're not playing that, then you're definitely going back to the blue steel, which is, I think, a little bit more of the fun. You get to do cool new things, if you will.
Scrooge, more heavy in items.
Yeah, you get to do a little bit more cool stuff.
Aggro.
You still get the new bomb card as well. That's an item that whenever it's banished, you are able to deal 3 damage. That's super cool for the amount of things that you can do with it. Again, like you said, Bell. You even got the lady that looked like this. That's just like the robot that you pay 2 and it deals 2 damage.
Yeah, lady robot.
Yeah, I mean, again, the lady robot. You know what I mean? You still got some really cool cards. You got Ink Runner as well. You get the Fortis Spheres, you get the Popsicles. You get to do a lot of the stuff, and now you can still play with Let the Storm Rage On. So definitely gives you a little bit more on the control factor of just kill this, deal damage to this. So I think blue, steel, red, blue, most definitely. And then I think everybody that used to play, and then had the greatest time in the world being able to play Aerial with a whole new world is just going to be Amber Steel throughout the whole, half of the event. I truly think that would be the deck that you would think would be 50% of the actual whole tournament, just because of how easy most people have the cards. They never got rid of it. Rapunzel went down. They didn't get rid of the Rapunzels because it just went down, so it's like, might as well keep it. If I do end up getting into Infinity, I have the cards, and then it shot back up in price. I just think most people have those cards over the red purple or the red blue if they never swapped. I will
say, if you intend to go to Infinity and DLC Richmond, get your cards now before we get closer, because those prices will go up.
Absolutely. That is a great, good information. That's actually very true. I'm probably just going to take green, yellow discard. Mind blown. How is that not fun? I think it's one of the funnest decks, to tell you the truth.
I mean, it's a good time if you can discard and have Prince John out.
I think that's the key, is if you don't have Prince John, then the deck is not good, man.
Nah.
Or if you don't get, Diablo turn 1, again, the deck is not good, man. It's just not good at all. But if you do, you're popping off.
Win the game.
Yeah, you're popping off. All right, well. Hopefully we were able to see how Indiana goes. And maybe, who knows, I might even be able to get a ticket and then go watch the Indianapolis Colts play, and then that'll be my favorite thing in the world.
Dream vacation.
Dream vacay, there for a week. Ooh, Lucas Oil Stadium. Well, I definitely do appreciate you guys. Do you have anything else you want to bring up?
Enjoy the championship.
Yeah, have fun at your set championships. Let us know how you guys do. If anyone tops, let us know. We'd love to give you a shout out on the stream. It's this picture with your mat, just kind of like the other creators do. We're here to support the community, so let us know.
Absolutely. Well, again, I definitely do appreciate everybody coming out, listening to the stream, listening to the podcast. Thank you so much, Brandon, for coming on, showing out. This man right here, though. There he is. Again, I appreciate you guys. We got the pins. We got all of our promos. Until next time. We'll catch you later.
Peace.